right, let's do it. What it do, KTTeeV? This is KT, and I'm coming at you live with another episode of the Daily K Podcast. And on today's episode, we have Mr. TEDxAlief, the organizer of TEDxAlief. How you doing today, Mr. Amole?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. I'm just doing great. The fact that I'm even able to come on this set is amazing.
Hey man, I just want to say congratulations to you for putting something together. Uh, the channel is all about bridging the gap between the school and the community. Like that is my main focus, man. And so to be able to be just in contact with you and to be a part of promoting and talking about the TEDx, man. Thank you, man, for even letting me be a part of that, man. Because this is
Hey,
awesome, man.
awesome, awesome.
Yes, sir. So before we get into things, how are you, and how have you been doing during the pandemic, man?
I'll use the popular word that's been used around mostly. I'm pivoting,
Hey, hey,
adapting, making modifications, new norms. I have two daughters that, they're in school. I'm dealing with all the homeschooling. There's just so many changes. So
man.
then with business and where my studio is located in the mall, and already there were some challenges before the COVID
Mhm.
where the audience in the mall is dropping. So now with the COVID, the mall even dropped even more,
Man.
and these are some things we're having to adapt to right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, and it's a lot, man, and a lot of things are changing. The way we look at the world, and
Yeah.
so I wonder what is going to stick. What will go back to normal, but what will stick, and I guarantee you a lot more online stuff will stick.
True.
I could think about so many businesses that have closed down, like just closed the business per se. We just going online from this point on, so just craziness, man. And so
Yeah.
now before I guess just talking about that TEDx, give me a little bit of background about you, and why you even thought to put something like this together.
Okay. Actually, I think a few years ago, I was thinking about going into speaking in the marketplace or in business arena or in the community. I've been a pastor for some years now, and it looks like that's within the church community. And I want to be an influence to the community. And it happens that our church is actually located in the ALEF community,
Hmm.
and we had opportunity to actually work with the ALEF students for their graduation. We've done a baccalaureate service that we do every year. So it's been building for a while about the interest in ALIF itself. But for the TEDx ALIF itself, ending of last year, I came back from a speaking engagement in Russia. And when I came back, I just felt like I needed to plan more events locally. And I applied to multiple platforms actually, and I prefer to go with TEDx.
Yeah, and so that is a good segue into the next question. So, for someone who's just seeing this, can you give a little bit of background on the significance of being able to just use the TEDx brand to host your series? Like, can you just let them know why this event is so big?
Okay, so TED itself is a global brand, and we have TEDx, which is an extension of TED, where individuals can actually plan their own events, and there are different formats of that. I'll put it event types. That's what TED calls it.
Hmm.
You can actually go to TED.com and you'll find the different categories and read up more on it. I think it's important to know the culture of TEDx. And once you understand the culture of TEDx, you want to be part of the community. You can apply, and it's you can start a whole process more or less.
Man, and then with that application process, so was it difficult for you? Um, like, just how was it? What? How long did it take?
Well, I applied last year and started the process. By the time it was February, March, I started getting response from TED, and they asked me a number of questions to make sure that I understand the culture of TEDx platform
Mm,
and I'm able to meet the criteria, and then I got approved for it. So I wouldn't say it's difficult, but if you already have interest in or you've had experience in hosting events already, and you have community activities you've been involved with, because we've been doing events for a while, right? Just the TEDx, we felt like we wanted to associate with a brand, a known brand, and we'll be able to reach a wider audience.
Yes.
And so I had to read up on the TED community and a number of things people don't really know. They just see the TED Talks, but they don't really understand the TED community itself. So it's important to research on that and understand that, and then you can go ahead and apply.
Yeah, man. Because from what I was looking at, it's a lot of stipulations. Even once you put your event together, but they got a lot of it, or you can do this with it, or you must post it on this platform, and so it's so much. But I like you say, it's the culture. So when you want to be a part of that culture, then you kind of got to go with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand totally. So then, now talk to us about the TEDxAlief event itself. What type of speakers will you have, and how are you accommodating for this online change?
That's a very good question. So when we got approved, it was around February, March, and the COVID lockdown, all that. There was so much uncertainty. We initially already working with Houston Community College on West Time and A's, and we're going to use their new building that is in that location to host the event, working alongside with the student body in the school. And so when the lockdown happened, all that slowed down. We went ahead with Curl Theater
Mm-hmm.
that is on Beach Nut. That too, that closed down. We even tried the West Oaks theater in the mall, and that too just so everybody was so uncertain about location, and we had to now start figuring out what we're gonna do. We still want to host the event for this year, and we have to make some certain changes. I had opportunity to meet with the TED. There's a TEDx meeting that we had and to discuss other options. That even when this type of changes are happening, we have to be able to adapt with technology.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to resort to online virtual events.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know a lot of people that's been holding them, and I for me, I'm hosting online school every day because it's like, the teachers is doing the work, man, but in the back, in the background of making sure the kids got everything they need, or being in the, being able to put things in the right places, man. It is rough adapting, man. I would never take school for granted. Uh, so so how hard was it for you to kind of pick up everything and transform it from what you have been planning with the face-to-face platform to online?
Well, I think one of the challenges we face is how do we adapt? Some of the speakers that we have want to be on the red dot. You know how that is. And so we had to keep on modifying till we got the right fix for this experience. As per the technology end of it, I mean, we've done live streaming before, we've done it for other events, so that wasn't too much of a challenge. It was just more of the experience because here we already planned out events that are all around the talk, so people hear about the talk, but they don't really know about the experience itself,
Mm-hmm.
how we're going to get engaged with the students or people that will join. Like, for instance, the team for our program is called Break the Mold. And we wanted the community to actually get involved in questions and contests. And there was artwork that we're going to do for the contest at the location. All that we had to put away and adapt to this online
Yes,
experience. So
yes,
that was tough. And when there's uncertainty, you can't really set a date. It's like you're struggling, like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I think once we concluded that this is what we're gonna do, it actually helped all the other things to start rolling.
and now what's our date? What is the official date?
So the official date is September 5th. It's going to be a virtual event. Uh, so the speakers are actually going to be traveling in to the location.
Okay.
We have the studio that we're going to be using, so we'll shoot from that location so that they have the experience here. We'll set up like it's an event, but attendees will attend virtually.
That's awesome, and that's a great idea as far as just bringing everybody in. I see the backdrop for the event right there, and so
Yeah.
You just think about that. That's good, man. Even as you look at church, and so it's not like the pastor is going from the house. He's coming into the church and the singers too. So that's a great idea, and I think that will help with that feel and engagement, man. So awesome thinking on that one. All right, so what's next for the TEDxAlief brand, man? What do you have up your sleeve coming after this event?
Well, so definitely we have the event coming up in September. That will be our main focus right now.
Mm-hmm.
We have barely 2 weeks left, so all our focus is on that, the dress rehearsals, the tech day, engaging all the volunteers, reaching
Mm-hmm.
out to people, selling tickets. All that is really on right now.
Mm-hmm.
When we're done with that, we would now work on TEDx Youth, which is next year.
Mm-hmm.
We're so excited, super excited. We're going to be working with you as well.
Yeah.
I'll just let that out. So, and I can't wait for that.
Yes.
I believe we'll have enough time to plan for that. We hope that the COVID would have subsided by that time so that we can actually have an in-person experience too.
Yes, sir. So now, man, one last time, please give me all the information. How do I find it? How do I join? Just give me everything so I can start passing it out.
Okay, so if you visit TEDxAlief.com, when you get there, you'll see a button to buy tickets. So you can actually buy tickets. The tickets are only $25. And we have a special discount for students. I will share that information with you to share with students that may join. Then when you get there, you can scroll to the bottom. You'll find our Facebook link, our Instagram link, and our YouTube link. You can actually find out more information about what we're doing and see what's going on behind the scenes. You can also join to be a volunteer, to be part of the community as we continue to grow. This is going to be the first ever TEDx Alief in the Alief community, and we're just wanting more engagement, people just be involved, and let's see what we can do in our community.
Yes, yes, I agree. When we work together, anything is possible, man. All right, Mr. Mole, I want to say thank you for
Thank you.
your time today, and just being able to put the word out about the good stuff that you're doing in the community. I truly look forward to working with you, and any time that I could be of a service, I'm here for you, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. I can't wait for what we're gonna do for the youths in our community,
Yes,
and
sir.
I believe they're gonna really need this at every level, whether as a speaker or being engaged or other speakers actually inspiring them to use their gifts. And we have a diverse culture in A-Leave, and I just can't wait.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. I understand. Thank you.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
This is KT for KTTeeV signing out. 100.